What's going on? Free Will Media here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Web3 space and how I feel about the Web3 space, what I see the Web3 space as. So, in my opinion, I feel like Web3 is what Web 1.0 was to our parents. So, if you look back in time, you can see that in the Web 1 space, 1.0, you have a situation where a lot of people, they was hearing about the internet. It was hyped up. It was a lot of buzz around, circulating around, the space. And you had a lot of like businesses and entrepreneurs rushing to get on, get a website, get a domain name, become a business. Everybody saying, hey, email me this and that. And what you had was a situation where the market got so inflated with people, creating all this, these fake things and scams and this and that. And you have a big bubble. And so that's the same thing that you're seeing now. You got this big bubble with NFTs. Prime example, you got NFTs. And I feel like in the long run, NFTs are definitely going to be a big part of our society. But I feel like at the moment that we're at now with NFTs, it's just like even I was about to invest in it with my music and stuff like that, which probably would have been okay. But it's the fact that, it's so much saturation around that market right now that you got people, hey, I got an NFT, I'm an NFT artist, I'm this and that. And it's creating a situation where, nobody kind of really knows what it is. Like it's so much going on that it's like nothing's going on almost. It's like I see so much that I don't see anything type of situation. And that's what happened with Web 1.0. You had a situation where everybody was creating a website, and then eventually, a bunch of the businesses went out of business. A lot of the entrepreneurs wasn't sustainable. You're going to have the same thing with Web3. The only difference with Web3 is I'm on the side of the smart contracts, the decentralization, the blockchain, things like that, where I know there's not going to, the same way like the internet and the domains and obviously, because we can post videos and we still have social media, that never went anywhere. The same thing is going to happen with Web3. The decentralization, the smart contracts, the even the NFTs aren't going on anywhere because they do provide certain values in certain communities. Web3 is going to be a place where the market, which is us, the people, the consumers, the customers, entrepreneurs and stuff like that, we're going to be the decider of that breakdown of the saturation, where Web 1.0 was kind of more so like the stock, like the market. This market is like kind of like the real market, like the market of life, like the market of peer to peer, which is all kind of almost what the whole decentralization space is. And that's why I'm such a big participant in that, up and coming with Free Will Media. And so with the space with the Web3, you're going to have a lot of businesses that are going to have to provide real value. And it really took me this long, now to really grasp the real concept of like, hey, you have to really, I've been trying to provide value, but it's like almost like kind of like, yeah, you have to really dig into yourself and find what value do you bring. Like, and there's so many different lanes. Like you can have a jewelry line, you can have a clothing line, you can have a real estate business, and that all can provide value. But the thing is, you're going to have the market so oversaturated that it's going to be like what the market determines the real value of something is what that's going to be. And I can't, I'm not the one to judge that or anything. I just want to be one of the people that actually do provide value in that space and do bring real content and something that people can look back and be like, wow, I really learned something from that. there's a guy, Gary Vee, that I watch all the time, really since I first started doing like trading and stuff like that. He kind of gives the real raw understanding of like the future of business, the future of marketing, the future of content. And I think I started watching him, from time to time in 2019, and literally everything, even from the TikTok to all that, was true even back then. And even back then I understood, because it's kind of like a realism thing. Even then I understood what he was talking about, and I was like, oh yeah, this is it. I was just doing it on the trading side. I wasn't really doing it on the Web3 side like I am now. Like, I put everything into like trading. And essentially that's what you're going to see with the businesses. It's going to be a lot of businesses that are going to, like, a lot of businesses missed out on Web 1.0 because they didn't believe in it, and they didn't understand it, and they thought it was going to be a fad, and they thought it was going to fade, and their business probably would have provided a very good place in that space. You see that with Amazon. Amazon was one of the first ones that started, creating that Web 1.0. They utilize that tool to their advantage. And look at Amazon now. Look at a lot of these businesses. Look at Google. Like, come on. It kind of tells itself. It's just the fact that in our time, you got our generation kind of becoming what our parents was in the 90s and the early 2000s, where it's like they don't really believe in it because they don't understand it. You got a lot of us, that don't understand Web3, and so we don't believe in it. And that's where a lot of, losses are gonna occur, missed opportunities. Then you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna exploit it, that probably do know about the space, and then they're gonna create even more of a ripple, because it's gonna be like, you abusing a tool that's not meant to, not meant for that type of abuse. And you see that now on the internet with, like, I guess it's Web 2.5, where, you see so much negativity, so much saturation already in the market, and it's just getting rolling. You like, how far can it go? I personally believe, like, hey, it's gonna, you're gonna have a bottom to this. That's just like terminology from Forex market, just applies to life sometimes. And so that's my viewpoint on the kind of like the basis of it's so much more than that, but that's the kind of like the skeleton of it all, of Web3 and that space and that community. And I feel like in the future, moving forward, the best possible way to approach Web3 is to actually learn about it. Look up some videos on YouTube. Don't be afraid of it. Like, don't be afraid of it. Don't fear it. It's nothing to fear. The fear is the ignorance. The fear comes with the ignorance that, that the not challenging yourself, not challenging your mental to really go out there and be like, what is this space? It's so many parts of it for gamers. It's parts of it for so many opportunities out there. But the biggest thing is, is value, provided content, like here at Free Will Media. But if you find any value in this video, if this video helped you in any way, or somebody that this video can provide any source of anything, even hatred, it don't matter. Like, subscribe to whatever platform this is put on. If it's the YouTube channel, whether it's Facebook, even if you just view it, that helps me a lot. I just want to be able to provide value, and I don't sell anything. I only, give knowledge. I only provide people with something that I feel like they can take away from it. And there'll be plenty more content to come, plenty more of Free Will Media. And I appreciate everybody for viewing. I appreciate everybody for sticking around always. As we grow together. And I thank all of you. Bye.